Hello, hello. What's up, guys? What a day. What a day. It's been crazy. It's been a crazy weekend. I feel like everything is chaotic right now. And I'm usually not like that. But I don't know. I guess it's like everything happening in the world right now. And just, when one thing happens, it's like dominoes, it feels like sometimes. So I don't know. My neighbors were crazy today, which has never happened in like the 14 years that I've lived here. So it was a little bit of hey puppy love, well, you need to chat with us more often, honey. um, how's everybody doing? Everybody good? Yes, it is a domino effect. I'm on StreamYard because I am much too dumb to use anything else. Um, no, nobody went to jail. They separated them and went on their merry way, I guess. So they're both attorneys. One used to be a judge. So, yes, this is live, Cassie. I hope so. Pinch me if it's not. I know, guys. It's yeah, they do have kids, but they're getting a little bit older, but nonetheless they have kids. So, it's sad. The world is under tremendous pressure, and the last few years with this virus and just the daily stress alone of a lot of people who really struggle. That's it's really sad. So I do have some, I don't know if it's news, it's just more of an update, I guess, on Serenity. I'll have some video hopefully later tonight, but I'll play it tomorrow at some point. Yes, prayers for Ukraine. Absolutely. What did that say? I've been watching live and the sirens going off in the night. Yeah. I think we're all obsessed with that right now. I know I certainly am. I watch it way too much. But I will have some video of Serenity's vigil today that went on. I do have some pictures right now, and unfortunately I have her obituary. A child, it just shouldn't, but we'll look into that. So here today is let me see if I can zoom it up a little bit more. This is one of the balloons. I've got a better picture I can show you. This one. A lot of balloons went off for this little baby. Fly high Serenity. Just terrible. All kinds of heart balloons, pink, purples, yellows, blues. So sad, y'all. Just terrible. And I also have a Serenity Mckinney obituary. So here are the little, look at this picture, guys. If this picture doesn't touch your heart, I honestly don't know what will. That is just an all-American baby, you know? Playing with bubbles, just the fence around it in the grass, barefoot. Like, that is all American. Such a beautiful baby. Yeah. Very sad. So, in the care of Edie Radcliffe Funeral Home and Cremation Service. Serenity Ann McKinney, August 9th, 2017 to February 18th, 2022. Born into this world a shining star. A new light on whomever she crossed paths with. An angel born into this world, but called home entirely too soon. Forever her memory will live on through all of us. Serenity Ann McKinney, 4, passed away on why did I say August? On Friday, February 18th, 2022. Preceding in her death were her grandfather, David Sturville. Survivors include her father, David DJ Roller, mother, Catherine Abbey. I took that. I don't know about that. McKinney, grandparents, Chad and Melanie Roller, Brad and Adriana Davis, and excuse me, Dafine McKinney, great grandparents, Marvin and Janet Thompson, Bucky and Charlene Gadd, Ricky and Slatha Woodruff, Brenda Bald Ballback, Marlene Woosley, Larry Davis, Bill Darris, and McKay Quay, I guess. McKinney, uncles David, sorry guys, uncles Dylan Roller, aunts Hope Henderson, Faith McKinney, Rebecca Skaggs, Juliana Davis, Alina Montgomery, Mackenzie Morris, Rebecca Morris, Abby Wade Scott, Miranda Tyler, and many aunts and uncles. A memorial service will be conducted at the Haiti Radcliffe Funeral Home at a later date. Show your support. You guys can go, and I'll put the link. You can receive updates on this page or anything like this, but I wanted to show you guys these photos. Of course, we saw that one, but I thought this one was so cute. This is one that was with grandma. And she writes, she giggled so hard at this Snapchat. And this is, I guess, David's, the father of Serenity's mother, so the grandmother of Serenity. The day I got to watch you be born, you brought me a gift that only you could bring to me, life. You gave me strength that I thought I'd lost. You were more than a granddaughter, you were my sunshine. I love going outside and playing kickball with you. I enjoyed walking to the pond and finding a stick to splash in the water and say, "Here, fishy, fishy, fishy." You would turn around and look at me and say, "Shh, do you hear that?" And I would say, "Nope." And you would start again, say, "Fishy, here, fishy, 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 fishy." I loved that you would ask me to fix your hair like mine and wanted me to take a picture of it to see so you could see. Even though I couldn't get it exactly like mine, you still let me know I did a good job. I loved working on puzzles and watching your little mouth move when you were concentrating. I loved watching you learn how to write and learn the letters. I loved when we played on Snapchat and you would giggle at the pictures. Most of all, I loved the way you would crawl on my lap and lay your head on my chest and hug me. The day you left in the day you left is the day my world stopped. I love you more than words. Grammy Grandma. So very sad, guys. Very, very sad. And Chad writes, "My Ren Ren, you will forever hold the key to my heart." Sweet Serenity, I got to meet you twice, and you were such a pretty girl. You will be missed so much. Fly high, pretty girl. Love you always. Sweet Ren Ren. That must have been her nickname. My favorite memories of Serenity was her mean mug. I understood how she could, or I never understood how she could hold that look so long as well as the last time I saw her when she would tell you bye. She would give you the best hugs and say, "Bye bye, I love you. I will love you forever. Love, great Aunt Heather." It's very sweet. So, I cannot do anything more depressing right now. I just can't. um, yeah, it's too much sometimes. Who wants to come up and gossip with me? She did. She looks so much like her daddy. She did. She definitely did. Um, I've just read. Yeah, I know, Robin. I know. I know. I'm just. Oh, there's Lori. Hey, Lori.
Hey, hun, how are you?
Okay, I
Yeah,
guess. How
not
are
too
you?
good right now, I guess.
Oh,
Bad
it's,
stories.
yeah.
Yeah.
Some days it gets to you more than others.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Got it.
Danielle, you're so correct. It does take a village. It does take a village to raise a child, but it takes a responsible one. Not a village of idiots.
Yeah, which a lot of these parents right now are.
Let me make a correction that I'm not saying all the family was idiots. I'm just saying, you know, you can't let two of the village idiots, you know what I mean,
Yeah,
happen. So,
it's her. I saw the interview with her dad, and he was just so heartbroken. He broke down and cried while they were interviewing him.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so too. It's so
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah.
Hey,
I agree.
Robin.
It's hey everybody. It's use. It's. I just want the word that comes out is useless.
Mhm.
It's useless that this has to even be happening.
Yeah.
What's wrong with society? we are so wounded. There are so many wounded people, and we're walking around here just bleeding on everybody else instead of getting help. And then before bringing children into the world, I just don't get it. And I'm sorry if people get upset with me for having my feelings come out about my own grandchildren.
No,
But
don't
No.
get
it's
upset.
like it's almost like enough to me too, because I don't see her. I have so much rage inside of me. I could break everything in this fucking house.
Hey, Valen, I love you. You need to go to bed.
I can just imagine how these people must feel, how they must feel, because
Hmm.
their child, that grandchild, they will never see. I,
Yeah,
I at least have a chance, if God allows it, to one day maybe see her.
right. And you have to keep that with that in the back of your mind to keep you going.
But just listening to him read that, I was good. I was good. I was good until he started
Mm-hmm.
reading that and all of what the grandmother was saying.
Yeah, you can
And,
relate a lot with her.
that
Yeah.
brought back all that stuff.
Okay.
People don't understand. This was traumatizing for me
Yeah, it's traumatizing for
Yeah.
you, and it's traumatizing for I'm sure a lot of people in here
and
and
for this
Yeah.
around the
family, for
world.
all the families. It's
You can't hear
traumatizing.
about these cases without being traumatized. I mean, it's really
Hmm.
a tough thing. I know we're more of wanting to help find them, but when you hear that that's not a possibility, it really gets to you.
And how that mother can sit her ass in jail
And
and
not
not say
say
a
anything.
fucking word about where her daughter is. To
Yeah.
just sit there. I'm sorry, just I'm sorry, but it just made me
No,
so,
it's true. I mean, that is absolutely true.
so
How can
mad.
you sit in jail and not
So
say
mad.
anything?
I'm so mad. And she's pregnant on top of it. God, please, somebody take that baby
Oh,
from
I know.
I was thinking about that baby, guys. How was that baby going to feel knowing that it was conceived whenever its sister was being buried, pretty much,
Yeah.
and while your mother was on the run and being born in prison, knowing that your mother and your father are both in prison because of burying a child. I really hope that this child makes all of this mess that it was born into a really positive message.
Oh, me
Yeah.
I
too.
pray for that baby. And I think anybody who prays or sends good vibes needs to send that to the baby because it's starting out of no
Right.
fault of its own.
It's starting out in a deficit already.
Mhm. Of no fault
Mods,
of its own.
can you do Sam Lee here?
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah,
Okay. I
somebody needs
can't
to do
get him.
this.
When I
Like,
come
I
up,
don't
I
think
can't get him. Okay, good.
Did I
yeah,
do something wrong?
No, there was somebody in the chat that was not very nice.
yeah.
Are they being mean to me?
No,
No,
not
it's not.
you. It
No,
was a general troll.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, reel my emotions back in. Sorry about
Yeah.
that, guys. I just get triggered. And I don't mean
Yeah.
about me or anything else. I mean, I don't even know Serenity, but she's so beautiful.
Mhm.
And but it's almost like knowing her, you know. My
Yeah,
granddaughter, blonde hair, free spirit like that, you know. Like it's children are a gift.
they are
They're
a gift.
a gift.
Yes, they are such a gift, and I just can't. Yeah, I wonder how far along pregnant she is,
I heard
Abby.
6 months, so probably by now 7 months.
So she's gonna be popping soon,
Yeah,
like 2 months.
yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
God, guys, we don't know if that baby is going to be addicted to anything, or even just with the stress and everything else that went on, probably lack of prenatal care and
Right.
everything else. If Yeah, Kitty Mae says she's about 7 months. Wow.
Yeah.
I gotta sit
It's,
up.
it's amazing these people, they can just squirt and have a kid, and then people who
People who
want
try
kids,
and try. Yeah,
yeah,
definitely, Justin.
it's just really crappy sometimes.
Yeah. And look at Oakley. She had an adopting loving home, and
Another one.
CPS ruined that one.
Yeah.
She, it's just and they probably can't have kids. That's why they adopted her. And that loving home wasn't able to have kids, but these people that don't give two craps can push them out all day.
Hey, Kitty, when you say, do you mean
Grandma.
Abby's mom or
I have
Dakota's mom?
have not. I have. I didn't keep my mouth shut on that.
Justin, did we find out the cause of death?
We have not got the autopsy back yet, and
Okay.
it could literally be tomorrow, or it could
Oh,
be,
okay.
they're saying any day to a couple weeks, a few weeks even. So, but I have a feeling it's not going to be too long. There's just there's just a lot going on in the country right now, particularly with kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, guys,
Between
I
the age
read
of
cases.
between the
It's
ages of
not possible
two,
for
three,
everybody
four,
to.
six.
What's that?
Between the ages of 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 year olds.
Yes.
It's
Yes. Yeah. Um, and I just don't. I like, is it going to get any better, or is it going to get worse if things get really bad, in this country?
Yeah, we're on the cusp of like World War III here, you know?
I pray to God. Oh my God.
Oh,
Everybody's
God,
so
I know.
worried. Everybody's so
Well,
freaking worried.
he's lost his, you know what? He really
Yes, he
has.
has.
Everybody's saying that Condoleezza Rice was on. She's like, I've never seen him like this before. He
Yes.
was always like that narcissistic, cold,
Yeah.
but not like this.
Well,
He's like
they're
turned into,
saying that, he has been pretty much isolated for over 2 years. And they're wondering if, the virus not being with his people or
right.
anything has made it so worse.
It
You
probably
know,
has. Yeah. I mean, there's regular people here that are losing their minds over the social isolation. So I
yeah,
I
think I
every
think they're
time
on to something.
I live social isolation every day. Other
yeah,
than when I have you guys. My
yeah,
aide was here today. You know, I had her for, but she worked the whole time she was here.
yeah. But
It's
this man, he is like running a country, and he's so arrogant.
Yep.
He's so arrogant. Exactly, Amy. It was so unnecessary for him to be like that. What,
Hmm.
aren't you like take your shirt off and ride a horse? Aren't you Captain America there or whatever? Well, not Captain America, Captain Russia.
Right.
That was wrong.
Right.
That was uh,
It, it seemed
isn't
like
he
he was
the
okay with that, and now he's not. And this thing was that it's because they were trying to go NATO, the Ukraine, and they wanted to stand on their own. And he thought that that was started thinking that it's a security threat. Okay, fine. Now he takes over Ukraine. Now there's Poland,
Mhm.
Germany. They're all bordering states. So he's going to go to them because now they're a security risk. It will never get better.
Yeah, I mean, if you give him an inch, he's going to take a mile by far.
He
Um,
has to stop now.
when you see people on, you know, like in Ukraine, it's a young democracy to say the least, but nonetheless, it's a democracy, and and they're starting to take more. Ukraine can either take Russia's ways or they can take the ways of the West. And
Right.
when they got Zelensky in there and they got that other asshat out that was just a Putin puppet, um, they, wanted to be, they were talking about being part of NATO, and they were already taking a lot of the ways of the West. And when you have that on your doorstep, Russia has that on their doorstep and sees democracy flowing. Vladimir Putin's not going to like that. So, that's a part of the reason he's doing it. But yeah, Putin has pissed off the world. You're exactly right. Pretty much. He has pretty much pissed off the world.
He's even the people in Russia. I think it's been almost 10,000 protesters now have been arrested.
You can't
So,
arrest the whole freaking country.
right,
I
right.
mean,
The
guys,
people
think
of
about
Russia
this.
don't want it.
And they have to stop him now is the deal. Like
Yes.
this has to be stopped like immediately because it's like a wildfire. If you don't, it's gonna spread like wildfire.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, it's oh crap, where'd it go? It's just crazy. We just really need to pray for our country, our world, our leaders. And to me, this isn't really, I don't consider this politics. It's not about who voted for who or
No,
anything like
not
that.
at
This,
all.
to me, this is a global
We're it's on
crisis.
Yep, it's all on
It
our
doesn't matter what side
doorsteps.
of the aisle you're on right now. Shit's hitting
Nope.
the fan. We
Yeah,
don't see it,
it's time that we come
you know,
together pretty,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
And this may be one of the things that hopefully may bring us together a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like when 9/11 happened, it it really
It
brought people together.
it did. It really did.
And it's sad this is what it takes. Oh, Kentucky Amber Alert.
Oh no.
I think I saw that earlier. Maybe I have it pulled up.
Yeah, I think I saw that too someplace in somebody's chat.
Did you guys see this mother who has a $10 million mansion and she went from a socialite to a vendor? She was
Really?
taking she was taking pictures of her, I guess her kids' guy friends or something.
Where was this at?
Um, bear with me and I'll tell you.
Okay.
I think it was
And
somewhere north. Um, very disturbing. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, but I think it was in like, oh, it was Connecticut. Connecticut.
Mm-mm.
I guess
Our
when
food.
you're sick, you're sick. Doesn't matter where you live, what your income is. It's
Well, there's a reason these people are. This is the reason we have this offender list, is because these people cannot be rehabilitated. They can't.
I agree with
You
you
can't.
100%. You got to lock them up
They
and throw away the key.
And it's not like
yes,
they just wake up one day and they decide to be like that. This is not like,
yes,
trust me, I know from what happened to me. That's not it. It is bred into the person.
yeah. It's a mental.
And you know what happened to me? Like I could have, but it was so disgusting. Like never in a million years kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like even
Mhm,
as a 5 year old, I knew that was wrong
yes.
and it was disgusting. So I would never. Mm-mm. So it's that line that people get groomed and made to think that things are okay.
Yes. Look at this. It's LMPD searching for 2-year-old taken after mother killed in Newsburg shooting, which this is Louisville, Kentucky, another one. So hopefully this child is okay. See if I can make it bigger for you guys.
But child's still without the mother, though.
Absolutely. Well, the mother's dead. Absolutely. Louisville, Kentucky. A woman was killed and a 10-year-old boy was taken to the hospital in a shooting near the Newburgh neighborhood on Sunday afternoon. Police, after searching for 32-year-old Christopher Lee Gordon Sr., a suspect in the shooting, police say Gordon fled the scene and the 2-year-old boy, Season Gordon, in a maroon or red Ford F-150 with front end damage. LMPD 6th Division officers responded to the shooting at the 4100 block of Quiet Way, which is not far from Poplar Level Road, around 4 p.m. Sunday, LMPD spokesman Dwight Mitchell said. Mitchell said the woman, who was in her 30s, was pronounced dead at the scene. The 10-year-old boy was rushed to Norton Children's Hospital with injuries that are believed to be non-life threatening, Mitchell said. Police say Gordon had a significant violent history and is considered to be armed and dangerous. Kaysen is the son. Uh, is that how you say it? How do you say that? It's kind of annoying me.
Can't see, it's so small.
Let's see here.
I'm on my
Hold on.
phone, yeah.
Yeah, I'm on my iPad and I can't see it. Spell it.
I'm gonna wait a second.
See,
Season.
Season, okay.
Uh, is the son of Christopher. Hold on. Shit. And the woman killed at the shooting. Christopher and the woman killed in shoot rather. Anyone with information on the shooting can call the department's anonymous tip line at 574 LMPD or report it anonymously here. Yeah. So they're looking for a 2-year-old boy after the mother was killed and the 10-year-old was shot too, but or I don't think it was shot. The 10-year-old wasn't shot, but it was non-life threatening.
but
But look,
still,
this
he's
is America
that's in
right here.
him. And now this little boy, that cute little boy, has no mom.
Yeah,
Like it just that stuff just really gets to me some days.
it's everyday America.
It's
Look
this.
at this.
And what do we do? Can we do
Okay,
this?
here's a
Stop
picture of the guy.
There's
This is the
being
dude.
an asshole. Excuse my language, but he does.
Yes,
He has
Terry.
a cocky look on his face, like, mm.
Yeah, he looks like a little prick.
Yeah,
I
like
wonder if he's got a priors
he probably does have firearms.
or no priors, like prior
Oh,
arrest
He was
record.
reelected, Tara?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
He was reelected?
Yeah.
I'm sure he's
I'm not
got priors.
surprised. I'm not surprised at it, to be honest with you, because in these little towns and stuff, these people, they stay a lifetime here. Trust me, it
Oh
happens here with
yeah.
Jim. It's a lifetime
Staying off.
appointment
It
almost.
happened in the town that we got a fire chief that came in and it was bad. But
Yep,
it's
no
like
one ran.
good old boys town, you know?
Yep.
That's what it is, the good old boy system.
Hmm.
Trust me, I live in a very small town.
Well, I tell you, in places like where I live, Kentucky, Tennessee, South Carolina, it can be.
That's what I want to show off to y'all. You might have seen it, Lori, but I have to show him off because, he just turned 15 and my mom sent me some pictures and this one is my favorite. No way.
Isn't that interesting?
Ah,
The other
wait,
way.
wait. He's in the ROTC, Justin.
Oh, Terry, if
Awesome.
somebody. Oh, he's very handsome. Very handsome.
Yes, he's in ROTC in his
Terry,
uniform.
I am so sorry if that happened. I know who you are, and my apologies if someone said that to you. You are definitely not a troll. Yeah,
So,
he's very handsome.
yeah, I'm lucky my mom sent me pictures of him yesterday. And this one I really put it as my screensaver.
Oh,
My
that's sweet.
15-year-old grandson. I can't believe he's 15. He's handsome. He is honor student. Never been in trouble for anything.
That's
Good.
awesome. Good
He's,
kid.
he's in the church. He actually created their YouTube channel for him.
Oh, good. You'll
He's
have
a
to
very
let us know. We'll
man.
put his
Very,
link in the description for you if you want us to.
I don't
Um,
know him either, but at least I get pictures of my grandkids sometimes.
yeah.
So I just needed to show him off a little bit.
Robin, your phone's making noises.
You gotta
Um,
mute.
Sorry, I was moving it.
that's okay.
Yeah.
Um, what do you guys think about? I made a very quick video earlier of Candace saying originally that, how she took Summer, she walked Summer over, right?
Hmm.
Now she's saying, what if I would have went out with her?
Yeah, what if I walked her out?
Yeah.
That's very strange.
Yeah, why is she changing that story all of a sudden? Why is she putting that what if?
Well, and the story with her too about somebody coming into the basement and taking Summer has now changed to she was taken from her yard. That was a while ago. She made that change. And
Yes.
now she's pretty intent that she was outside. So I'm thinking she said, what if I walked out with her? I don't know. Does that mean you were in the house?
You guys remember? Oh, thank you, Crystal. You're very sweet, honey. You
Or
you
she
know
walked her out to whoever took her.
well, you remember when Candace was not talking at all? She wouldn't do an interview for anybody. Now that Dawn's in jail, why is she making her own YouTube channel? Do you guys think that Dawn actually wouldn't let her talk?
Yep.
What do
I
you think,
think
Lloyd?
so, but but I guess if he's a narcissist, then that definitely makes complete sense. But
I
he was
think
talking to everybody.
Oh,
I think
absolutely.
I
Yeah,
think he wouldn't let her talk because he knew that she would say too damn much, just like she's doing now. And
maybe
she
this
is
is a good thing.
talk, 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 talk every day. And boy, did she light up like a light bulb when Benny came up the other night.
Well, I mean, after, Don said his little thing, right, for months, now Don can't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's all Candace's. So while she's speaking, you know, everybody can go back and compare to what Don said, the last several months.
Yep.
So I'm no, he's not there with her. But it's very interesting how the story is changing now. Does you think she may feel more comfortable to speak like, "Oh, he's in jail. They're not going to get me."
And then she says, I have love for Dawn, but I don't love Dawn anymore.
Yes, Fluffy.
I was
Yes.
like, what? And then she was also crying and saying that when she drives down the highway, she looks in a field to see if she sees Summer. Like, really? After 8 months, you're going to be
Ooh.
along and Summer's going to just be standing there?
Precious Chaos says Candace is dirty deleting her lives now.
Hmm. I didn't know that.
I did not either. I don't know.
Ta-
I don't think I don't think she's loved Dawn for probably a long time. I think she felt Dawn as a father figure or just someone to be there just to be there.
just so she could stay home and be a stay-home mom.
Yeah.
That's what she wanted. She didn't want to
Yeah.
have to work.
Yeah. Because Candace is always she's I don't I mean I has she ever had a like a public job in her life?
I heard she was working for the carnival, and that's the only job I heard of her possibly having, if it's true.
And that's because she could ride the rides free, probably. Just
You know those rides.
Rode the ride.
just saying. No judgment.
I know. I know.
Are viewers still sending her money when she left? I'm sure. I mean, I don't know, but I better not find out the whole family is kin to me.
And,
Why do you say that, Kitty?
and apparently,
Katie.
Ben's on his way out there in March. So that's what I heard by listening to his channel.
Her account was made on YouTube. What does that mean? I don't get it.
On YouTube Kids?
Oh, like literally YouTube Kids? I can't.
Huh.
Like my 8-year-olds have YouTube Kids, but
Right. Exactly. Precious is asking to drop a link, please.
hold on. YouTube Kids. That's funny crap. Well, YouTube Kids can't go live, can they?
I don't think so. I think that's why there's separate between the adult one and YouTube one. Like
YouTube
they have
disabled her
more.
comments in chat. Now she, I guess, changed it.
She was up there singing today. She was karaokeing to a song today. It was, I wouldn't even do it.
Hello.
Hello, Precious.
Hi, Precious.
Hi. I've had to take a mental health
Hey.
break. I'm kind of still taking a mental health break. It's just everything's so overwhelming.
Yeah.
From it's like from Corona to missing kids to war. It's just I'm just like I'm stepping back into too much.
It's too
But
much. I agree.
yes,
Yeah.
sadly,
I'm having one of
I
those
haven't
nights.
I haven't caught her live streams because she dirty deletes them. Yes, Tara sorely, but she does because you can simply search for Candace Blah and you'll find how many channels have clipped her live streams because every time she goes live, she is drunker than a skunker and just saying and singing and doing dumb stuff, which she knows, and I'm sure Benny Keys told her to dirty delete and delete this stuff, hide or private it because this can be used against you in a court of law. And we all know how she likes to say it, speak a little bit too much. So yeah, I've literally seen her briefly drunk in a hotel room with the child on the couch going, why is she in a hotel room? Why is she has the audacity
And whose kid was that?
to be in a clean hotel room when you made your children live and sleep in disgusting filth of a freaking
I
house.
agree.
But you're sitting there in a clean hotel room, sitting back at the desk chair with your laptop, and you're like, I'm here to talk to my friends, my friend. Like I said, you know what? You're disgusting.
But
You're
Precious, who
absolutely
Precious?
disgusting. I
Whose kid
feel
was
the
that?
same way. I don't know who that child is, but I feel the same way about her and Dawn that I did
I
from day
do.
when I saw their interview on the news network, which is you are guilty of child abuse. You people are horrible, disgusting parents, and ain't nothing you people are going to do in your lifetime, in my eyes, are you going to redeem yourself for it. So keep enabling that lady because she's just going to keep getting drunk and getting hotel rooms because again she deserves to live in a clean room with clean sheets and everything, but yes, she privatizes them or hides them or deletes them. But if you search for Candace Bly, you'll see how many clip channels including Evil Exist has grabbed and captured her live streams because she deletes them, she hides
Yeah.
them, she gets rid
I
of them.
mean,
I would
I
like
think
someone to
there's
prove to me otherwise.
guys, like I'm not usually a conspiracy theorist. I'm like the last person that's usually a conspiracy theorist here. But you guys remember that creepy, in my opinion, guy who had the voice box, or not voice box, spirit box. I'm sorry.
Oh
I was
yes,
like,
yes,
I'm gonna
what?
yes,
lose
yes.
my mind. There's
Well,
too
they
much
both do
war and
exist,
famine and everything
but they
going on.
do both
They're all
exist.
starting
The
to
voice box
mix.
exists, and so does the spirit box. But I know
Yeah.
which one you're talking about.
Had
Yeah.
the spirit box, and then he messaged Candace and was flirting with her, and she was
Oh,
flirting back.
wasn't that
No,
paranormal?
I
No.
ain't doing it. I'm not gonna watch. I ain't doing it.
Oh,
That's just disgusting and disrespectful.
I I thought the person was called. It's called paranoia, paranormal something. I just can't remember
Mm.
the whole
Okay,
link.
so here's my
The
conspiracy theory.
yeah.
So they were flirting back and forth, and this came out. How long ago was it? A month or two? I don't even know time anymore. I'm like Candace and Dawn right now. I don't even know time. Um, but anyway, yes, that one, bingo, North Carolina guy, yes, him. Could could she have been with him? Could they have been together? And that while she was in a hotel?
The story I got was that it was her best, or not a best friend, but a friend, really close friend named Dale, who came down with her granddaughter, and they got a hotel room, deciding not to stay at the house.
I thought Dale
That's
died.
what I heard. It might not be
Voices
Dale,
or
but
Precious didn't Dale
I
die?
I have no Dale. I have no idea. I thought Dale was with Grandis. That's what I thought. But I try not to follow the love stories of anybody from 110 Ben Hill Road. Is that's as nauseating as following most of the stories that come out of 110 Ben Hill Road. But that's who I thought Dale was. I thought Dale was with Grandis, but I'm
The
not
only part
sure.
that got me was that little kid in the corner. Like, who's that little kid? that made me
It
go,
was the granddaughter of the person that,
Yeah.
yeah,
but we
doesn't
don't know who the person was because we never saw her
No,
or
Dale is
him.
with Grandis, and they had a falling out.
Okay, there it is.
Okay.
Yes. I wasn't for sure, but I thought something like that.
Okay, so this was somebody else. I don't know if they mentioned the name or not, but it was supposed to be her friend who came down and they decided to stay in the hotel room instead of the house, and the granddaughter was down, and that was the little girl. But that's the story she gave. Never saw the friend. I think as soon as the friend came into the door, she like totally stopped the live, got off real quick. So I just don't know.
Yes. I don't know. I just thought, is
The
this
only
guy
thing
giving?
the only thing I thought of when I saw that child sleeping on that couch was, is this woman legally even allowed to be around children and minors at this point? I mean, your kids were
She
Exactly.
taken
doesn't
away.
have any charges. The fact that they haven't charged her with anything, she's got um the presumed innocent until charged. So if they would charge her with something, yeah, no, she wouldn't be allowed to be around them.
Did me and Molly Golightly have a falling out? God no. God no. She's been dealing with a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah.
A lot of stuff. We've all been dealing with a lot of stuff. So it's just no, not at all. Hey Kim, how are you?
hey, how are you?
Hey Kim, so
Hi.
sorry, honey.
Hi, Kim. I'm sorry for your loss, dear.
Oh, guys, thank you so much. Thank you. I think I'm in my den now where she passed away, and my dogs are on the couch all laying here, and they've been very afraid to come in this room for some reason. Not afraid, they
Mm.
just would avoid it. And so I came in here and I started telling them it was okay, and let my other bulldog come up, and she's just now they're all three just laying here, just like, okay, mom, this is cool, thanks. So I'm like, all right, don't leave my side. Everything's
Yes.
okay.
So, Kitty and chat, for those of you who don't know, Kim sadly lost her English bulldog last night. She died unexpectedly. So, she's an old lady, little bulldog, and
The
Kim
cutest
loves
thing.
her. She loves her animals
Very
so
sorry.
much.
I am so
My,
sorry. I've
they're
been
my
there.
kids. I love them. And it was just very fast. She didn't suffer. I do not know what happened, but we'll find out. Um, and I'll let you know. But I know whatever happens, she's with who she needs to be at this point. So I find comfort in that.
Do you mind if I share a picture of her, Kim?
Oh no, I don't mind at all.
She's precious.
Oh,
Isn't it precious?
oh,
If
oh.
anybody watched American Idol, the year 2016 when Trent Harmon won, um, it was a long time ago, but in 2016 he won American Idol, and she went to his hometown, and she was in a parade, and his family just loves her to death, and I received messages from them today.
Pom, pom.
And that's why she was so dressed up. Was that she was Trentine.
She
Oh,
was the
She's a
mascot.
little celebrity.
she was
Yeah.
very loved. That's what she was. She was very loved. That's
So
beautiful.
she's a good old girl. Mama loved her to death, but
I
God
too.
had different plans, and that's okay. I've accepted it, as much as I can. But I thank everybody that reached out to me, because today has not been easy at all. But it's gotten easier. Not easier, I wouldn't say, but I'm coming to terms with it.
It comes in
Right.
waves.
Be patient with
Yeah,
your. Be patient with yourself. There's no,
I thought.
you don't have to rush yourself through anything. I mean, I think about a good minimum a year of my life grieving over my dog. I say at least a year, just crying and eating off and everything, minimum a year. And now it's been 2 years, and I can't talk about him too much because I get emotional. You just got to give yourself time and be patient. It's okay.
Yeah, I thought, well, I'm gonna take some of her pictures down because I have her picture, with my live, love, bark, and her picture with Haley up, and I thought, well, you know what, I'm just gonna no, I'm gonna turn those around. I'm just gonna put them up for right now. And then I thought, no way, I don't want to, and I didn't. So
Yeah,
I've been
you
back and
remember her.
forth, but yeah, I mean, you can definitely tell my other bulldog is struggling. She still has not ate
They
today.
sense it immediate.
Yes.
They do sense it immediately. Um, I remember when I brought Precious in, uh, I didn't know I didn't know that she was that sick that she'd have to be put down. And I remember when I came home right away, Isaac sensed it. And I remember when I stepped into my apartment, and the first thing I saw was her bed. And then I had to step out of the apartment and get my friend and my neighbor to go in and like pick up her bed, pick up her water bowl, like and like put it in a bag and like so that I could walk in and not see it. Because
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I broke. I absolutely, a part of me died that day. A part of me died every time one of my fur babies died. But so
Yeah.
I completely like understand it. It's hard. Whether it's their time or not, you make the right decision. It still hurts because you love them unconditionally.
Absolutely.
Oh my
One
gosh,
of
this
her
pug is
dogs did
barking at
that.
the floor.
One of her
What are you
dogs
barking
went
at?
and licked her face all when it
Yeah, my
happened.
my
Mm.
bulldogs. Someone, it was such a frantic last night. I couldn't not tell you, but someone said to make sure that the other dogs see her, before she goes. And not well, she was already passed away. And I said, okay, I will, and I did, and I let my other bulldog in, and I had instead of her laying on her bed on the floor, I didn't want her to do that. I wanted her to lay on the couch for the final time, and I put some blankets down, some moving blankets, and in case she had any, she peed anymore or anything, just to make sure. And I let the other bulldog in, and that dog jumped on that couch. It was the weirdest moment. She jumped on the couch and she got on top of her and like straddled her. And she started licking her ears, her eyes, her face. And I mean, we're just standing there in amazement, like, what in the hell? I mean, we were bawling. And I mean, this dog was just like, she's like a mother hen to us, my dogs. And it was like she was cleaning her up and just like letting her say goodbye, her goodbye. And,
That
I
was
have,
her giving her kisses.
yeah, giving her kisses. And now my pug, her and my pug hated each other. That was the fight you heard the other night. And
Yes.
they didn't like each other at all. So my pug kind of just sniffed at her, and I'm not so sure what she thought, and I don't want to know.
Don't say
I
that.
don't, because I even said, Puggy, don't say it, but I just was like, I know what you're fucking saying, dog. Okay, just not right now. And
Oh,
then my old man, he's 14, which I expected him, not expected, you never expect it, but
It's more likely. Yeah.
yeah, it's more likely to go, okay, you've lived all these years, I've given you such a beautiful life, but her, that was my 14-year-old was like, "I probably see you in a year." I mean, it was no big deal to those two, but my other one, oh my God, that tore me up. And today she's not 8. She would not, it took her until I decided, okay, I'm going to give up out of my living room and I'm going to go sit in my den because there's no reason why now. I would spend time in each room because the dogs did not get along. And I didn't have to now, so I thought I'm just going to go in there. I've removed all of her stuff, except her bones. I kept her bones; they're still right there. But it was finally took me to come in
Oh
here and
my
sitting down and
God.
letting her know I'm okay. And so she's laying right here with me on the couch.
We have Dolly Vision in the house, people. Dolly Vision in the house.
Well,
Hey,
hello,
Dolly.
Dolly.
So I hear Mr. Vlogger did a absolutely wonderful live about me.
Your puppet.
I didn't get to see it. I was
Oh
really
my God,
upset.
he
I didn't get
puts
to
your
see.
hair up in a ponytail. That's
Yeah,
the funniest thing.
but it looked like a dildo was going in my throat or something.
It
I was like,
was.
No, 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 I haven't
God.
seen it.
I didn't see. I saw
Well,
two older ones.
he didn't
He was
post
like,
it,
"This
but
isn't the right clothes. This is not even the right clothes." It was the
she
funniest thing.
screenshotted me. Kim did, and I was like, "What the fuck is going in my throat?" I was like,
Fucking plunger, it looked like. I was like, "Oh
"Yes,
my God." It was so funny.
yes." Oh my God.
I
Oh,
have to go
Mr.
back. I
Vlogger.
didn't see that one. He's done 3 on Biden that no matter what aisle you're on, it was hilarious.
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
Oh
yes.
yes. I actually tuned into his live today because I knew he was going to be like, he either says, "Whatever, Kim in Dallas," or he'll say, "Hi, Kim in Dallas," and that I love it when he's on those beaches. And he was nice to me today, thank God.
I
Yeah,
just
he
Yeah,
was really relaxed.
I just love it when I
Cozying
hear
with
him.
you.
I just love it when I hear him laugh at himself. When you
that's
know
what makes it funny is
yeah,
when he laughs.
that's
Yeah.
what
You're
I'm saying.
right.
I'm one of those people where I actually do sometimes say things where I find myself laughing at some of the shit I actually say and do. So I
Yes.
breaks and does that. That's when I have my big moment because I'm like, dude, how are you poker facing this and not? And then when he breaks, I'm just like, thank you. Because I'm busting a gut for a while here. It makes it more real and connected at that moment.
Yeah.
It's very interesting to me. You don't usually find a senior citizen straight man playing with dolls that much, so
Yes,
Right.
I'm pretty
never,
impressed.
never.
When my head fell off, that was the best. That
Yes,
was the
I saw
best.
that one.
that
Oh
was it.
no, your head.
I
Okay,
saw
I gotta
that
go
one.
watch out. Your
Oh
head.
my God, I played it here one night and like I about fell out.
That
It
was
was
the
so
best
funny.
one I think he's ever done.
Yeah, that one was pretty good. But he had my hair up in like a big ponytail the other day, and I'm like, my hair is short. A, B, I don't think I would ever have long hair. But
He said, "I don't like this. I don't like this. No, I don't like this." And then he turned around to try to get your clothes. He was like, "This isn't even the right clothes. This is not the right clothes." I was like, "Oh my God,
well,
you're too much, Mr. Blogger, but damn, you're
well,
hilarious."
he's not. Oh God, maybe he's just an angry old queen. Maybe that's what it
I
is.
think he's a queen, to be honest with
Really?
you. And I think he would be the most magnificent person to hang out with.
Oh God, not
He
me.
people watches like crazy, and
Yes,
I would love to listen to what he says about these people.
I know. I like it when he's on the beach like he was today. He usually does it on Sundays when he's
He
video.
seems real angry though, like but who knows what kind of life he had too.
But when
Yeah,
you
I see
listen to
you.
him
If
on
you can
those
drop
lives,
Dolly's link to his channel, that would be great. Go ahead.
I
Sorry.
find some sincerity in him, and I just think he's just an ass at times. But he's just a comedian, and I don't think he means any wrong in it. I think
That's what
he
I
finds
said.
it
He's
funny as shit
harmless.
himself.
That's what I said. He's
Yes.
harmless. That's why I look at him a harmless, like a harmless grandparent. You know what I mean? Like a quirky, harmless grandparent kind of person, like an older person. Like that's why I just think he's freaking hilarious because I'm like, he's harmless. Like,
Like
come on, if he
grumpy
was gonna
old
do anything,
grandfather.
Cynical. He's
he would be sitting
cynical.
there making
Dry
puppets,
humor.
changing his voices. Like he's harmless.
And when I saw him, how he actually does the puppets, it was hilarious. He gets on his knees and he puts them behind, that green thing or the black
Yeah.
thing. And when you see him act the puppet out, I mean, he actually laughs his ass off over it.
Yes.
And I'm
I
like,
would like
you
to
are
see. Well, I mean,
silly.
I guess he shows the bloopers already, but um, I mean, does he has to make these puppets, doesn't he? Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And
Yeah.
he said
And
they're
get the
easy to
wigs,
make.
get the outfit. Like he has to get all this stuff and put it together. Like he actually does work. That's why I said, like, I like watching his videos. Like honestly,
When
if
he's
he ever makes one with me,
live,
I would feel honored. It's like,
well, that's how I
on me,
feel. I mean,
popping
I
on
feel
you.
honored
Absolutely
somebody's
feel honored
making.
and bestowed at that moment.
when
Now,
he
and
goes live,
this is something I don't agree with Mr. Vlogger on. When he did the Dolly Molly, of course, you know who Dolly is. Dolly's in here right now, and
Mhm.
put a link to his
No.
channel. And then we have obviously Molly, Marissa. He struck Dolly for playing the video
Yeah.
on his channel. That is not cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
No,
Yeah.
not
that
And
wasn't
cool.
cool at
he
all.
refused to take it back. Even
I
when
just
Dolly
didn't
was
think that
like
was
to him,
cool.
Well, yeah,
You
that's
and
know,
kind of
Dolly,
silly. I mean, if you're giving credit to the creator, I mean, you're basically showing your audience something that somebody made about you. I
well,
mean,
I
if
mean,
How,
it only
and then
helps
you
his
get a
channel
link.
when,
how
yeah,
old?
How Ziggy wanted
silly.
to play the one of uh, TM, and Mr. Vlogger was in the chat, and
yes,
she asked him first, "Do I have
yes,
your permission to play this?" And he
y-
gave her permission to play it,
yes, he did give her
and
permission, but you
she
technically
played.
don't need permission. It's fair
It's
use,
fair
especially
use.
if
But
you're
I
if
know,
you're in it.
but she wasn't in it. But I'm just saying, she wanted to play it because she thought it was funny, and he was in the chat, and so I give her credit for doing the right thing to go ahead and ask the creator,
Yeah, but I
"Is it
understand that, and I think that's nice and everything, but also just because he was in the chat, that's the reason she asked. I mean, she plays videos of things all the time. So do I. So does everybody, right?
right, right, right?"
Yeah.
And if they're not in the chat, you're just not going to ask them. I mean, you can email them before and stuff, but really, it's very rare that somebody does that because of the 1976 fair use. And what was the difference in him doing letting Ziggy play it and not Dolly?
I
Yeah,
don't. It,
I
it's
agree.
fair for one. It should be fair for all.
Exactly. Well, I mean, Ziggy, she's one of my closest friends here on YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Dolly was in this video. Ziggy wasn't in the video. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, it was in his
I could,
likeness.
right.
Yeah.
So I
I'm
just,
sorry. I think like when he makes a puppet of you and he, you know, that's like you said, that's an honor. you
I think
know,
it's an
For
honor.
Mr.
it's a
Yeah.
Absolutely.
goddamn
He's
honor.
complimenting you. He's giving you a compliment. That's a
Yes.
compliment to Mr. Vlogger. He makes
Absolutely.
you a doll. That's a compliment. Take it
And it
as
Right.
does
what
piss
it
me
is.
off that he did do that because I call Dolly my 757 dude.
Mm-hmm.
And I, because that's where I was born and raised my whole life. And I just, I hope Mr. Vlogger does the right thing and removes that because he doesn't mean any harm. He doesn't mean any harm to Vlogger at all.
No, and that's the thing. They're both, I mean, good people. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't think Mr. Vlogger's a bad person, and Dolly, he's
Mm-mm.
just laid back as can be. You know what I mean? Very chill to everybody.
Well, maybe you'll have a set,
You know,
change of heart and remove it.
he doesn't
I was surprised.
does
I was
Dolly doesn't strike anybody for playing his, just give the person credit when you play their videos.
That's
Dolly
all.
even asked him, he's like, "Hey, I really, like you. I loved the puppet." And he's
Yeah.
like, "But please just take the X." He was like, "I didn't mean you were using my likeness, so I thought it was okay." And Mr. Vlogger was like, "Nope." That's
And
I saw that go down. I was like, it's not right. I didn't
you
agree
know,
with it
Yeah.
either.
That's a little bit going too far. It's a puppet, guys?
Yeah.
Right.
I
And with
kind of
Dolly Vision showing the puppet, they're getting his channel out there to get
Oh my
more
God. I mean, of
subscribers.
course. I mean, Mr.
Yeah.
Vlogger, he doesn't have that many subscribers, right? So, he's been on YouTube, I guess, quite a long time. So
guess he
I thought
has.
it would really help him, for, Dolly to show his work, because I mean, some people get really mad when you play their videos, but all it does is scratch both your backs. That's all it
Yeah.
does. It
Right.
Yeah.
scratches both your backs. And that's what it's about, right? I mean, you want as many people to see your content as possible.
I was afraid my boob
You
slip the
purple.
other last week was going to get um, on Mr.
That was
Vlog.
not a boob slip. I just got to tell you, Rob.
You were not Janet Jackson, honey, right
I
then.
was about to say, did you have
You are
a
not Janet.
Janet Jackson moment? Did you have a Super Bowl moment?
I thought Mr. Vlogger was going to for sure make one of that. I was like, oh dear God, here we
You
go.
don't know who else might be making one, so just hold your horses.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Why do you know
Yeah, but
something?
Oh, for all you know, Robin, you could have just given him an idea and he didn't even think about it yet. See, you
oh,
gotta
you know
see.
what?
Shh.
That's only one. There's a set, you know.
I can only
Like
imagine.
shoes.
Yeah.
I do
Um,
like the I didn't know who the I thought it was like a turd. This brown thing that he did with sunglasses on. I didn't know what it was until he had the live the other day and he was like, this is that
The
BK day, and I
log.
almost died, but because it was a log, I thought it was a turd. And I
Yeah.
laughed
No.
so hard.
I didn't see that one.
Oh my gosh, I thought this is a
It's
turd
good.
with sunglasses with a
Tabitha.
damn cigarette hanging out his mouth. Who is this? It
BK.
was funny. Yeah, I just laughed so hard.
Does he still have that one up?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'll have to check that
I
one.
was just checking his channel right now. He's got a couple. Mr. Vlogger was in a mosh pit. He's cool. Mr. Vlogger was in a
Yeah,
mosh
he's
pit at a senior's party.
Yes, he's
I
going
think
This is
to
awesome.
he likes to stay young. You know what I
Yes.
mean? He's definitely young at heart, which I appreciate. Anybody, fighting the aging process like hell.
yeah.
But
Right.
I think he yeah.
Yeah,
What?
he's always going to these senior camp
Mhm.
on
Huh?
Friday nights
Yeah, I
and
know what you're saying with
Saturday
the young
nights.
at heart, meaning he doesn't like, he still keeps in touch with that younger, youthful, funny
Yeah.
spirit. Like, and that's the best part because it doesn't matter if you age like that, if you can hold on to that part of your inside, you'll stay, like I said, young at heart, you stay in that, and that part is what shines through. I think that's why I think I find him
I have to
comical.
give it to him. I wish I could ride a bike like him.
Yeah. I mean,
Cause honey,
I
I
think he
wanted a
lives like in
beach cruiser.
Oregon or something.
Yeah, he's in SoCal. He's in Southern California.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, he writes like twice a day.
Oh
And
yeah,
I'm
looks
like,
like he's been doing
damn.
a lot on Mr. Biden there. He looks like he's been doing a lot of little quick clips on Biden there. That's funny.
Yeah. Well, I mean, aging scares a lot of people. I mean, it really does.
Well,
And
yes, because aging is called, it leads to this thing that I'm scared of called death. So yes, I don't like aging because it takes me to the inevitable, which I fear, which is dying. So
Right.
I'm
Also our
gonna give
vanity
me a frame
too.
in the hallway, man.
We used to have
You know
like,
what I like? Oh, sorry.
everything was like, oh, it's okay. I'll just say it quick. Everything was up and perky, and now gravity's got a little bit in our face. So I think it's a little vanity too. Okay, go ahead.
Well,
Sorry.
just
I
get you some little clips and put them around your neck, and then shit you got to worry about no more, Lori. Everything comes right
you know,
back up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really just don't want to shit myself. That's
Oh
the
shit,
main
well you're gonna
thing.
do that too. I do
So
it
I just
now.
don't want to shit myself. So that's the
I'm
main
like
thing. Like
I'm
I
like
don't want to.
Precious though. I'm afraid of dying. I really am afraid of dying.
Well,
Mhm.
I'm
I'm,
not afraid of dying.
okay, here's
Well,
I'm
my
not either.
I
here's
know
my
where I'm going.
Well,
and
Yeah.
see,
I'm
that's not it. Like I said, I know where I'm going. That's not what I'm
I
afraid of.
know
I'm
where to
just
go.
afraid of the whole dying thing. I
Right.
don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to be quick. I don't know if it's going to be long. I don't know if it's going to be painful. And it scares the living shit out of me that even talking about that, I get
mhm.
freaking anxious. I get
You know, it's
anxiety. I just can't. It's a topic I have a hard time talking about.
I worry
I'm
about
here
my family
alone,
yeah.
right?
when I
My
go.
daughter asked me,
No, I
gosh, the
don't. See,
day.
I worry, like I said, am I going to go quick in my sleep like I pray to God with, or am I going to go down in horrible? Like, it's just, I'm scared, people. I'm going to
It's
feel
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
I'm feeling this, people.
I'm afraid I'm gonna die alone here in this bed in this bedroom. That's my fear.
Well, there's a saying, everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to go now, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So,
But I mean, like every day is we all get a day closer, and
Tara.
And we're all gonna do it. I want to die on a bus, train, plane, and it holds everyone up, Tara.
that's so Tara.
Oh
That's
my
so
god.
Tara.
She wants to go. She wants to go Big Bang. Hey, but that will be quick. I mean, if it's long as it's quick, man. Hey,
It was like
it's
this
quick.
witch is hanging us up even in her death.
I know.
We pass
yeah,
a
but they
cemetery every now and then with my daughter, and my daughter's like, Mom, we should go there and just look around. And I'm like, I know, because I love to go to cemeteries, and it's peaceful.
I
And I'll
love
read
it
those
there too.
tombstones.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I love to go to Nashville cemeteries. I don't know why. It's just weird, but
I've been like that since a little girl, though. I don't know why. I
really,
always would go into them, and I just found it important to like read their names and like read the year
right.
they're born and the year they died. And I would just like read it out loud. I never knew why. And I'd like go to the next one and I'd like read it out loud and I go to the next one. And I don't
Well,
know,
my
but
grandfather used to do that, when we would go visit my grandmother as a young child, and there was a grave, and on it said, "Thanks for stopping by." And I
Hmm.
remember that forever. And
wow.
my grandfather would tell me, "Do you know people are just dying to get in here?" And I would be like, "Really? They are?" I was just, as a kid. So I carried that to my own child. And she finally figured it out. She was like, "That's horrible, you said."
Well, we say, people are just dying to get in here. That's why they put a fence around it.
Oh my gosh, that's even better.
Yeah.
hey,
Oh
Kim,
my god.
question.
On
Have a
my,
question.
I made my grandmother raised me, and when she passed in 2013, um, she has a headstone, but then I put like one of those benches close to
Oh,
her.
yeah.
God
And I
bless.
put, and I have on the left and the right my grandmother and grandfather's name. They're buried
God
beside each
bless.
other.
Oh,
But I put
Justin.
she made the best biscuits on her
Oh,
headstone.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
Yeah,
How
cool.
old was your
yeah.
grandmother when she passed?
She was 83. Yeah,
oh wow.
My grandma
She had a
passed
long
just
life.
a couple years
yeah,
ago, 2018, and she was 93.
yeah.
So it's really crazy.
Wow.
I've actually said twice now that I'm grateful, which I never thought I'd say, that she's not alive because
Hmm.
the COVID would have terrified her. And then now with this, it's like she was born in 1926. It would have been like she
Hmm.
wouldn't be able to handle what was going on. But yeah, she lived to be 93. So like my grandmother was, like, to me, was like my mother and father. Even though I had my mom and dad, I was so close to her. Like she meant everything.
Mm-hmm.
She was like just the total representation of my family. She was just the most important woman in my life.
and you know
Yeah.
what? Something
Mm-hmm.
else about getting old. My mom used to tell me that when you talk to older people, they're the wisest people and they have the best advice. And I
Mhm.
have learned that like over time. And, as I've gotten older, I realize the wisdom that you gather as you get older. And I guess it's another reason why I don't fear it, because I live life, I challenge myself every day, of course. But I think getting old has its perks and doesn't have its perks. You know what I mean? We have both
Yeah.
ways to go, and I don't want to live my life
I found,
scared.
yeah, I found that some of the things that I just found that I was just fascinated by just the way that she lived her life. And then I found so much so that I just found that as I grew up, I like incorporated like for example, like my grandmother never she never got her driver's license and she never learned how to drive or anything. But you know, but yet she went from Italy all the way to like Canada, and
Hmm.
she's seen so much and it's much, and it's because she would always say, God gave me 2 feet, and God gave me 2 feet, I can walk everywhere. And so I remember when I turned 16, I wasn't like every other kid that was like rushing out there to get their license, and I was like, because I was just so inspired by my grandmother. She would walk everywhere, and so I'm at the age I'm at, and I still haven't found the need to go and get my driver's license at 47 because I'm like I said, my grandmother walked and got her where she needed to get, most of her life. And like she said, she's like, God, give me, let's drive. And then I take a cab. No, no, I'm okay. Hey, God, give me good feet. I can walk. Let's go walk. And just old school. It's like, I get
Yeah.
it. And
Very
I
simple.
honor,
People are
yeah,
very simple.
it's like honoring them. It's interesting when you pick up some of that and you live it after they're
Mhm.
gone. It's like you honor them that way because you realize there's some old traditions I just picked up on that I was like, you know what, this kind of works for me too.
Yes, Little Bear 78. I didn't know that you had worked for hospice, and I volunteer for hospice now, and um, it does teach you a lot. But I also worked at a funeral home before that, so years ago. So, but yeah, you get more comfortable with it, and also it's not so much. You have to understand that every day, every year is a gift that so many don't get to make it to your age.
Right.
you know, and Dolly says, "My mom was a gardener. We put a tomato on her headstone etched into it." Dolly, I think I would
Mm.
have really loved your mother because
My
I
grandmother was a gardener too.
I'm a
Yeah.
gardener. That's what I live for.
Yeah.
I have a greenhouse, and
She loved
Oh,
flowers.
wow. I
She
didn't
did
know
the
that.
flowers. My grandfather did food, but my nonna was like the
and
rose bushes and the flowers. And that was so hard when their house went up for sale and I had to go there and they're like, okay, we need you to like rip out these and rip out that. And I'm like, I don't want to. And they're like, but we can't sell the house this way because people don't want this. And I'm like, but none, you put these in. And it's like, Grandpa, it's, you know what I mean? You get that connection to that. So yeah, I love the gardening. It's beautiful.
I spent
Tara,
most of my
it's not
childhood with
nasty.
my grandmother, my mom's mom, and then
Hmm.
when got really ill at the end, I used to push my grandmother in her wheelchair down to like Kmart to shop. I would paint my grandmother's nails. I would curl my grandmother's hair. I mean, I used to do a lot of things with my grandmother. When I was younger, she taught me arts and crafts. She taught me how to play canasta. I learned a lot of things from my grandmother. And then as she got older, I did for her. And then I remember when she was in the hospital, I was there when she took her last breath. And I
Hmm.
left the hospital, and then, like, I had to call my mom. I call my own mom to tell my mom, you need to go to the hospital. I was very close with my grandmother, and she died right before I got married. And I got married in 1983. And my grandfather, when my grandmother's husband, he he stayed around long enough. He lived long enough to see my firstborn daughter turn one, and then he passed away. But my dad's parents, my grandmother on that side, she was killed by a drunk driver in a car accident, and then my grandfather, my dad's father, another pedo, ended up committing suicide. So I probably shouldn't have said that word, sorry. But, anyways, so that was like in the 70s. So I lost them long before I lost my mom's parents. So my grandparents have been passed a long time. Anyways, Kim, I wanted to ask you, are you related to Mallory? I can't remember her last name. I know she has some ties to Todd Chrisley and Julie Chrisley.
Am I related?
Yes.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
Okay. Then never mind.
Yeah.
I don't
Um,
know a Todd.
Never mind.
No.
You you look like
well, she's not from Florida originally, so you gotta realize.
no. They're
Mm-mm.
all from Tennessee
Well,
and
she's not from
Georgia.
Tennessee either.
Well, I'm just saying they're from Tennessee and Georgia and North Carolina and all over.
And who are these people? Are they
Well, Todd Chrisley has that show, but I know Mallory is friends with them. I can't remember. Mallory was on what was that show? Race Around the World or whatever. You
honey,
know
if
what I'm
you're asking me about a TV show, I can only tell you about 5 movies I've watched in my life.
Me too.
and I
But
can tell
you
you
just
that
look like you just look like her, so I didn't know if you had any relations to them or not.
oh, well, that's nice of you, but no, that's why I didn't know who you were talking about because I'm not one that can sit down and relax and watch a movie. There's 100 things I can do besides that.
And these
Yeah.
are reality shows, so that's
Yeah.
I
even
miss
worse.
those mascara.
Now I did watch that Netflix thing called Made, and I didn't think I never thought I could put it down, and I didn't. I binge watched it, but it's about domestic violence just in a different form.
The
And
hand skills.
no, this was no physical violence. This is just a different way.
Emotional.
But yeah, it's
Oh,
emotional, and man, it's good. So if you haven't watched that, take a day and
That's
watch that.
interesting.
I
I
don't
see you.
have.
Mhm.
Mitty Manning's mother had
Wow.
a window put in the grave so she could see her daughter's face.
I can't imagine.
Mm.
Wow.
Oh,
That takes a
Yeah.
lot, man. That takes a lot to do that. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
don't want to see the
my kids thought
decomposition.
they were going to do with me. They were going to take me out on the property and burn me on the burn pile.
Who said that?
My kids.
Who said what?
They were probably joking, right? Like, is it
Uh,
I think it was a
nobody.
joke. That had to be a
Nobody.
joke.
I mean, that's how we joke in this. I mean, I'm
Nobody
from
laughed.
the South, and we'll say
I
we're going
started.
to take you out there on the burn pile and throw you on there. That's always,
That's
but
kind of what I said.
we don't
That's
mean that. We just say it as just a.
I don't know.
Figure
That's
of
how
They
we.
speech.
did
Figure
it,
of
That's
but
speech.
yeah. That's how we show love,
Yeah.
ironically, in here.
they,
But it's just
I don't trust
Dolly
them.
can understand that probably.
I
Yes,
don't
I
trust.
say that to my
And,
dad.
well,
My
and
dad will say
Kim, you
that.
can too because you're from the same state Dolly
Mhm.
is from. So
My dad will say, "I don't want you to put me in the ground. I want you to see if they'll bury me underneath the Lesnar Bridge." And I look at him like, I said, "No, Dad, don't you understand? I'm burning your ass. Like you're going out in the blaze of glory, the Fourth
That's
of
not.
July style."
Yeah,
And he gets
that's.
so
I
pissed.
forgot. That's.
yes.
But yeah,
Now
they put me in a
in
burn.
parts of India and
Yeah, I know they did that in India.
Nepal,
Yeah, I've seen that.
They
they do
wrap
burn
it,
you.
Like
but they
family
wrap.
can do more than what they do one more body in various fire piles or
Mhm.
pits. Yeah, I've seen that. Yes, yes.
But you know what often fascinates
Exactly,
me
Blue.
is the cemeteries. I never see a new one, and maybe this is just me, but I don't see like, oh, this area is going to be a brand new cemetery. I always see the old ones, and I always wonder where the hell do half of these people go, or is it? How does this work? Because I feel like more people die than there is cemeteries.
They bury you on top of each other.
Holy shit!
No,
Well,
no.
Mm.
I think the balance of birth and death probably draw within equal, I would think.
Yes, but the
Right?
bodies have to go somewhere at all
It's
times.
true. And a lot of times nowadays, well, not always for years, for us up here, what's big up here is mausoleums. We have mausoleums up here a lot,
Yeah.
where people go into the wall.
Yeah.
Oh
We're
gosh, my
so
That's.
granddaddy took me into one of them one
so
time, and I would never go in there again.
I,
yeah.
He
that.
So
scared me
that's
so
where
bad.
that's where my grandparents are. So
That's.
they're in a mausoleum is that the right term?
That's.
Mausoleum is the word, or yeah.
My grandfather had a sick sense of humor, sick. And I asked him, "What's that big white building, Granddaddy?" He was like, "Well, come on, I'll take you in it." And he was like, "It's just a bunch of dead people." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, but what do they do?" And he was like, "Well, it's pretty well. It echoes when you got in there." And he would go, "Ooh," and I'd haul ass every time. He'd scare me to death. And then I remember very specifically as a child, we went to a funeral, and the lady's name was Lola, and I used to sleep in the bed with my grandfather, and my grandfather would go, "Don't you look on the side of the bed. Lola's right there." And I
Your
swear to you,
grandfather's so
he
mean.
was sick as hell. I mean, my grandfather
Oh
was the
man.
best man you'd ever want to meet, but boy, he had a sense of humor.
Me
Thank
trying to
you,
scare
Amanda.
you
One,
as a
two, three,
little
four.
girl, though. Don't
Excuse me
look
one
at the
second. Just 1 second. Amanda, thank you 1, 2, 3, 4 for your super sticker. Greatly appreciated, hun. Thank you so much.
Oh my God, don't go look up the side of the bed. She's gonna come and get you. Grandpa, I'm trying to go to sleep here.
He also had a monkey, and when my mom was a child, that he would put the monkey up in the tree, and the monkey would jump down on my mom's shoulders when she was coming home from school.
hmm
I mean, he did some wild,
Mhm.
crazy, fun. I mean, we're just a jokester, prankster family anyway, but I think we all got it from
Yeah.
him.
Prop me up by the jukebox with a dime. Remember that old song?
Yep.
Yep.
They sound like they're constipated.
I
Lord,
told my
only
kids
knows
do the cheapest.
heaven.
I said just do the cheapest thing you can. Don't spend. I don't want like them to spend a lot. That it's my outside. I want you to remember me here. You know.
Yeah,
I don't care much about the whole after. You know. I'm not
yeah.
here
Oh my
anymore. So.
gosh. Have I ever sent you that video, Justin, of a crematory we went past
No,
and we didn't know? Oh my God. I thought this, I mean, it doesn't announce itself as, like, hey, we're burned bodies over here. No, it doesn't. It's just a building. And they had this big furnace at the top, and it was
hmm
flaming, honey. Like
hmm
charboard burgers were in that thing. And I was like, oh my
hmm
God, Haley, we got to call police right now. The building's going to burn. We got to stop.
Yeah.
And I called 911. I was like, please hurry. I think it's on fire. And the lady was like, ma'am, that's a crematorium. It's
Yeah.
okay. And then I got interested as to what happened. Why was it burning like this? Y'all, I
Yes.
found some cool information.
Well,
It
honey,
was neat.
I mean, Kim, I used to work at a funeral home.
So you know why it was going out of style like that. I mean, burning the shit out of that place.
Yes.
And when I found out, I was like, oh my
Hey,
gosh.
hold on. Hey, Queen Heidi, I have no idea what you're talking about,
I have
honey.
no idea what she's talking about
Hey, I
either.
didn't say
What?
anything bad about you on my live. I couldn't never. Honey, don't. Uh,
They
Oh,
were
I was
speaking
on
about
there and no, she didn't. I didn't see
I,
anybody say
I
anything
don't
though.
know what you're talking about. I mean,
Aw,
please don't worry about it. Enjoy your vacation, honey. Don't worry about it. Um,
Go
relax.
go drink a
no,
nice pina colada.
but whenever the funeral home that I worked at, we didn't have a crematorium. We leased a crematorium from another funeral home. So we took the bodies there. But I've been to I would drop the body off and go antiquing for a couple hours and have a good lunch and then come back and pick up the body generally.
Well, I
So
found out that there's just certain times of the day that you have to put people in. Certain people don't go in at 3 o'clock in the afternoon after the oven's been hot or the incinerator's been hot.
yes.
And
Yes, it
I
takes
thought, holy crap! I don't like dead people. I'm afraid of dead people. But
mhm,
the death cycle fascinates the hell out of me. Now
mhm.
that's weird, you know.
Yeah. I
Karen, the guy that named Jose who came in here, is that the same Jose that messed around with Ken? I have no idea. Is that the same
mm,
Jose?
It's probably a troll
but
name.
yeah, there's a lot of you'll see this a lot of neighborhoods who live in next to a crematorium, and a lot of the neighbors will complain because of the smoke, I guess you want to say, coming out of it,
Oh.
because it is a high pollution. It's not a green way to go. People thinks it's a greener way to go. Not necessarily, because there is a lot of um, gases that are released. Um,
Mhm.
a
Like
lot of greenhouse
biohazard stuff.
gases. Yes. Well,
Yeah.
it's so it's so yeah, and also the bigger the person, like
Listen, I just have a quick question. Can't they put some Febreze or shit up in that crap?
no,
Okay,
no,
fine. They can't put some like
there's
special
no,
solution to kind of cover that smell. Like there's nothing called aromatherapy. Is there no way they can somewhat cover this?
no.
And
When
that
you
doesn't
have
really help the biohazard
Oh,
stuff. Like,
okay.
well,
Ugh.
it really kills everything, but it's just the greenhouse, the gases and stuff. It's not really per se the biohazard stuff because it's when you're in a oven for that amount of time, when you have literally torches coming from virtually every end except from the underneath, you're you're not gonna nothing's left.
Julie, the
And then
best way to go,
yeah.
I can answer that question for you, sweetie. The best way to go is do what I do. Pray to God that I go in my sleep. That's the best way you want to go. You want to go in your sleep because
that's
it's
how my
gonna
grandmother went.
you won't feel it. You don't see it coming. You just go to bed and you wake up and you're at some. Hi, everybody. That's what I'm. Please, I want to go
Yeah,
in my sleep.
that's exactly how my grandmother went. She went to bed. She didn't know she was going. We didn't know she was going, and she went very unexpectedly. Nobody knew. She didn't know, and I'm glad.
That's it. No, as I
That's
said,
how
no
Betty
pain,
White
no
went.
suffering,
She
Yep,
went in
nobody
her sleep.
sees it. You go to sleep. You cross, you wake up, you're in heaven, wherever you believe you're going to be. God bless. Like I said, that's what I hope for. But because we don't know, that's the thing. We don't know until we get there. And with my love, it's going to be something stupid or crazy or horrific or painful. Like I'm going to fall down this staircase or something. You just
That
imagine.
means you went to hell. I mean, if you're falling down
Jeez.
staircases, baby, you didn't end up in heaven. They got golden streets.
you
I'm
got
going to
the
be
bling
flying,
bling.
floating up there, girl, with my wings.
Gosh, Lord. Oh, my goodness.
Um, what is the best way to deal with the deceased body? I don't understand what that means.
I mean, it varies.
She,
Listen, for a lot of people, it varies for on usually their religion and or their personal beliefs. So in family, every family is different. So certain religious, certain beliefs go by burial, certain ones go by cremation, certain ones do both. So
Yeah,
it's and some of it's
yes,
also generational with how your family's also in the past, how
exactly.
your family's also been buried or things. So it kind of varies.
yeah, what's his name? Osama bin Laden was put out at sea.
Yes, but that was because they couldn't make him a martyr, and go
Yep.
to a grave and everything
Mhm.
like that. But
Hmm.
Yep.
but he was buried. I mean, otherwise, with his customs as far as the
Mhm.
Muslim customs.
Mhm. Yeah,
Hmm.
like it was within 72 hours or something, like
Yeah.
within, the whole, the proper, yeah. Mhm.
Oh well, I mean, it's no, Julie, I didn't mean it's not such a good way. It's just that it's not as green as people thinks. You know what I mean, as far as the greenhouse gases and all that. But so yeah, 1 second.
I can't believe it's Monday tomorrow.
I know they're supposed to
Sorry.
be having talks between uh, it's not going to be anybody from, it's somebody on the border is going to go talk with Russia. Now he wants to do some talks
This is so
to
heartbreaking.
make a deal.
Yes.
They were saying that he didn't think that he was going to have this much pushback. He thought he was going to be able to take over the country a lot faster.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Which
Shame on him. Really, he wants to sit there and redraw the European map and put these countries back in
Hmm.
Russia and
That's
be
what
like,
Hitler did.
let's go back and pretend it's 1991, pre-Soviet Union, and these people are still a part of me. It's just, it's heartbreaking. It's
That's what
horrible.
Hitler did. He lost his
Yeah.
somewhere, and
Jesus.
yeah.
I've never seen such
I hear their
courageous.
voices.
I've never seen such courageous men in my life, and women. I've never seen such courageous people in my life.
Yeah, housewives are grabbing guns and Molotov
Fearless,
cocktails
they're
right now.
fearless and
Yeah.
they're courageous. And I'm seeing young people, old people, in townships, like they are literally. Like I said, I've just my mouth's just dropped so many times watching the people fight and what they're doing.
Melissa, there is mixed. Sorry, there's mixed reviews, I guess you could say, on if the dead can spread. Some people say no. Some people say, they can, but it's not as likely.
If
So.
if the virus
I was gonna
is
say, I thought after so
alive,
many hours, wouldn't
then
it stop in the
yes.
body? After so many hours, wouldn't that eventually, like a
I
person
mean, generally, you
wouldn't that
generally,
die in the body as well after so much time? Like,
yeah, but you have generally so much protective gear on you, anyways, that you're on a hazmat suit pretty much, anyways, generally. So it's
You're covered, and it's not a place for a virus to jump to, so then it will die eventually. 'Cause
that's
it
what I
can't
was
replicate.
thinking. It was that they might wait a bit longer to process the cremation or the burial, so that, like I said, the cells and all that can further die, like in the body or something, so it's less
yes,
dangerous. Or wow.
yes. Okay, guys. Well, I'm going to have to jump off of here because we have school in the morning.
Yes.
And
Well, thank you very much for your time.
Yes,
thank you guys
Justin.
too. I appreciate you guys all being here. Thank you for being part of the channel. Thank you for being in the chat. Thank you for being up on the panel. Love you guys very much. So,
We
Can
love
you answer
you.
a final question on a final note? I see you wanted to ask you real quick. What's your weirdest funeral home experience you ever had working?
I'll tell you privately.
No, we
Because I
no.
feel really bad. I feel really bad.
Oh no, you can PG-13 it.
Okay. My worst funeral home experience was there was a cremation. It was the first cremation I ever did. The family wanted, when you're cremated, they put you in a bag, right? And they give you a box, and until you buy your urn, right? So the family wanted the ashes switched into 2 urns, so 2 parts of the family could take the ashes home. So, sorry, my kids are acting absolutely crazy right now. But so I took the ashes to my boss's office, and I was going to, try to even them out a little bit. And I opened the bag, and I didn't realize how powdery the ashes were.
Oh my
Um,
gosh. Oh my god.
And
Oh no.
so I just kind of dumped it real quick,
Oh no.
and it went woof.
Oh, like a vapor.
So
Oh my god. Did he go
again, a lot of it
everywhere?
landed on the floor and stuff, and
Oh.
I did get as much up as I could.
You
But-
just
Dust pan
reminded me
out.
of my friend. Oh my god. My friend decided to.
I could just see you with little hand vac, just really quickly, the hand vac, just and just quickly hand vac. And
You are 100% correct, Precious Chaos. You win
See?
the jewel of the day, because that's exactly what I did.
Because I always be a cleaning lady, and I was gonna say that's the bad thing way I can think of cleaning that up properly to fix it. Oh no!
And
My
my
friend,
boss, he
was
said,
going. Oh, sorry. Go
"No,
ahead.
you're fine." I said, "My boss, he gave me the worst insult that anyone has ever gave me," and he said, "Boy, you could fuck up a 1-car funeral." And I was
Oh
like,
my
"What?"
god. That's
No,
horrible.
that's not nice. That's not nice because it's
It
not
was
like you
very true, though.
intentionally
He's
meant to
like,
do it. It was an accident. So I mean,
I
come on.
was so young, and so I was.
Yeah.
So to
You
the
know
all
when you go.
160 people of you that know that now. So go ahead.
I
Thank
just have to
you.
tell this since you said that because it reminded me of this moment in my life that was hilarious. We were going to let go of ashes, and how
Mhm.
you throw them out. And
Mhm.
so my girlfriend was up there, well, not my girlfriend, but my friend, and her family, and it was her grandmother, and they're getting ready to let her go, and they're standing there, and the wind blew just as they threw the thing out and blew it all over them, and I
Yep.
pissed
Oh.
myself. I
I
laughed
would have
my ass
too.
off, and I couldn't help it. I apologized 1 million trillion times, but I mean, I laughed so hard. I thought, she got you for the last damn time.
Yeah.
Yup,
Yep.
but it was so funny. I thought, oh my God, I know they felt disgusted because it is that powdery. You know what I mean? And I
It's
just thought,
very powder. Well, we run it in now that I knew this, but we run it in an incinerator, like not an incinerator, but a what's the word? I can't even. It's
it's
a thing
kind
that it grinds it up
of,
even the bones up
Mm.
even more into a powdery.
it's kind of like a big blender.
Yeah, but it's metal. It's
Yeah.
completely metal. Yeah.
But oh my gosh. And when we got in the car, she was so upset, but I turned and I looked at her and I said, "Sister, you got your grandma in your hair. We got to go straight home." I mean, it was that
Oh.
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
It was that bad. And I would never forget it. And she does remind me of this at all costs when she can. She just thinks I just made her grandmother's funeral horrible, but I couldn't help it. I mean, I was snorting, laughing. I had to get up and move. I mean, I thought, and
Like,
her grandmother was one of those kind of ladies that, was standing on her porch with the broom all the time looking at you
yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
So I thought,
I
she
think
got
that's
your
what they
ass.
would want is them laughing,
Well, it's always
Oh,
visualizing
yeah.
That's what
something
I
as a
want.
very pretty
Yeah.
moment. You find a nice spot, you open it, you spread the ashes, the wind gently blows and takes it away. Like you always have this visual of it's all nice.
Yeah.
And then when
Yes.
it
Going
becomes
perfect.
suddenly a funny
Sunflower, I have actually saw that My Strange Addiction show. Yes, she did eat her
Oh my
husband's ashes.
God.
Yes.
no,
That
thank
is
you.
gross.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a
That really
very gross.
happened?
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
People are gross.
also the color of your ashes kind of determines on the lifestyle that you have lived. If you've done a lot of drugs and
Oh, damn, then my ashes are gonna be
everything.
green because man, the
Yeah.
cannabis I've
Well,
smoked in my
one,
life. Damn.
if you lived a more pure life, it's literally more of like a white gray kind of. And if you've
Mhm.
lived more of a toxic life, it'll be a darker gray.
Huh.
So
That's interesting.
yeah,
Both
yeah.
my grandparents were
Well, I
more.
won't know either way what my color ashes will be as well. I won't be here when that happens.
Tara says I would flush my husband since he is there most of the time.
Tara, you're just horrible.
Oh God, that's so funny.
Oh my goodness.
Tara's so funny. All right, guys, have a good
All
night.
All right,
I'll
you
right.
see you guys
too.
in the
We'll
chat
Bye
some
bye,
see
more
you
everyone.
tonight.
Thank
soon.
you.
Okay, thank
Take
you guys
care.
for being here.
Bye.
Thanks.
All right,
Bye.
Tim, call me if you need me any hour, honey. All right, talk to you later, guys.
Bye. Love you.
Bye. Love you.